Welcome in, Beard Crew. Today we're going to be showing you how to obtain the Herald of the Maw armor in Lords of the Fallen. This armor set is obtained around the mid-game of your playthrough, comes from a puzzle located in the Revelation Depths. I'm going to be showing you exactly where it's located and how it's done. Once you have this set, you're going to absolutely demolish in-game enemies. Everyone knows the better your gear transmog, the more DPS you do. It just makes sense. You can tell here that we are absolutely stomping through Castle Bramus on our full modifier practice run. Not only are we demolishing here, but we are doing it in absolute style. Stay tuned or skip to the end of the video where I will show you the exact tinks I am using to achieve the look shown as well. But no more stalling, let's get right into how we obtain the Herald of the Maw armor set. We're going to be starting from the Hoist checkpoint, or the Vestige of Katrine. This is in the lower Sunless Keen Mines area, right before the Skin Stealer boss fight. I'm going to be showing two ways of getting to the start of this puzzle, where the second one assumes you have made some progress in Revelation Depths already, and have obtained the Vestige shortcut. You do come across this shrine naturally while progressing, and it is somewhat missable if you are just pressing W through the area. You should notice as I'm progressing through this, there are no enemies. For recording this video, I did clear the entire path just to make it a pretty simple shot and cut for the video. So that is why there is absolutely no enemies here. For the shortcut, we're back at the Hoist Vestige and going to head behind us out that shortcut door. You're going to be able to tell how much quicker this route is as we just go down the elevator, turn a corner, go up a ladder, and around two more corners. And then that puts us directly at the beginning of the puzzle. This route is much faster than regular progression, but does assume that you already have the shortcut unlocked. Once in front of this statue, you will need to use the Putrid Mother Embrace gesture to begin the puzzle. If done correctly, you will hear three distinct tones: a low, a medium, and high. These notes do play on repeat in the background, and they correspond to the statues that can be lit, and the pitch is determined by how the plates are being held. You will notice this first statue is a low note by the brazier being in his lap. We are going to backtrack a little for the medium note. You'll see that the medium note is shown by the statue holding the brazier just below the chin. You can see that here right now. We're going to go back up this cave, and we're going to need to enter Umbral so that we can jump across and achieve the high note. You'll be able to tell it's the high note by the statue holding it above his head. If done correctly, you will notice the braziers turn to a blue flame. And that is the first section done. We now need to do this 2 more times to complete the puzzle. We will be going to the next statues for part 2 and 3. You will notice that as we do these next 2 parts, I did take the time to clear the enemies in these next areas before actually doing the puzzle. As you just heard, the next step is going to be medium, medium, low notes. And I highly recommend you just clear out enemies as seen here. It's just going to make doing this puzzle a lot easier in the end. As we finish this last note for step 2, we're going to make our way on to step 3. As you just heard, the last step is going to be a high, low, medium. And then that's going to finish the first step of this puzzle. As you notice here, I kind of ran past the second note, so we make our way back. Tag that for note 2, and then make our way to the final note. As you tag the third and final note for step 3, you'll hear a resounding boom in the background, knowing you've done it right. From here, we go to the second half of the quest and where we receive the actual armor set. The final part is to go to the bottom of the Revelation Depths, kill the Herald Dervla boss to gain access to her arena. I won't be showing the whole fight, but we'll show you where to go once she is killed. After that close call there, you will want to go into Umbral if you aren't already. You will notice a cache at the base of the skull over here. Open that to gain your Herald of the Maw armor set. And just like that, you've obtained the Herald of the Maw armor set. You can now equip it and walk the lands of Mournstead in style, absolutely demolishing everyone around you, because now you have the best transmog in the game. You'll notice that when you first equip it, it's a very ghostly Umbral style armor set. Very, very cool in and of itself. Stick around and I will give you the exact Armor Tincts I used to achieve the look from the beginning of the video. If you want to achieve this badass look, the armor tincts that we've used are Blood Duke on the helm and the chest, and then Butcher on the gauntlets and the legs. You can acquire these tincts from the Shrine of Adir just before the Ruiner boss fight. They cost 100 severed hands each. As you can see here, we bought them all. But if you only want the two that I've mentioned, it's going to be 200 severed hands. And then one last thing before you take off. Here's a couple errors that I've noticed while trying to do the puzzle at the very beginning while filming this video. You notice I'm going to try 2, 3, 4 different times. I even tried going into Umbral. I had no idea what was going on here. I was running around. I was hitting the statue, just doing it over and over again. The best that I can tell is because I ran through this entire area clearing enemies without resting at a vestige once accessing this area, that I didn't actually trigger the ability to do the puzzle. So you'll notice here at the very end, we're going to run back, save via the shortcut, head back down the shortcut, then run up, and you'll notice that the shrine now has lights active. You'll notice the brazier to the right is lit as well for my attempts to try and activate it. But as soon as you do start the puzzle by activating the Putrid Mother's Embrace emote, it'll clear all braziers that you've lit throughout the entire Revelation Depths. So just a little tips and tricks in case yours isn't working as expected. I would go save at a vestige and then come back and give it a shot. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and consider dropping a like and subscribe to join the Beard Crew for more gaming content.